Attention, world, something major just happened. And if you've got ties to the Caribbean, you need to hear this. Former President Donald Trump has just announced a decision that's igniting global outrage. New U.S. travel restrictions targeting Caribbean nations are now being enforced, and they're already turning lives upside down. Is this really about national security, or is there a deeper agenda at play? Families are in shock. Caribbean leaders are pushing back. And once again, the future of U.S.-Caribbean relations is hanging by a thread. This isn't just another policy change. This is personal. And today, we're diving into exactly what's happening and why it could change everything. Number 1. Haiti, a nation cut off. Let's begin with Haiti, a country with deep historical ties to the United States. But now it's facing some of the harshest restrictions. The Trump administration cited security concerns and visa overstays as primary reasons. Officials claim that nearly 15% of Haitian visa holders overstay their welcome, labeling them a high-risk group. But let's be honest, does that justify shutting the door on an entire nation? Haiti is already struggling with political chaos, gang violence, and natural disasters. Cutting off travel options could devastate families who rely on remittances from the U.S., money that literally keeps Haiti's economy alive. And here's the kicker, Haitians have long held temporary protected status TPS due to the 2010 earthquake. Now, Trump's tightening the screws even further. Is this about national security, or is it about sending a message? Number 2. Jamaica, welcome no more. Next up, Jamaica, land of Bob Marley, jerk chicken, and some of the most welcoming people on earth. But today, this iconic Caribbean nation is facing a harsh new reality, stricter U.S. travel rules that could disrupt families, businesses, and decades of close ties. The Trump administration has quietly introduced tougher visa policies for Jamaican travelers, including longer interview wait times, more paperwork, and higher denial rates. They say it's about fraud prevention and security. But if you dig deeper, things look far more controversial. U.S. officials now label Jamaica a high-risk country for visa fraud. They point to a few cases of fake documents and overstays. But get this, only 3% of Jamaican visa holders actually overstay, which is lower than many other countries that aren't facing these same restrictions. So why the sudden crackdown? Critics say it's not about fraud, it's about sending a message. We don't want more black immigrants. Imagine saving for years to visit family in Miami, only to be denied because some bureaucrat wasn't convinced you'd return. That's the reality for thousands of Jamaicans right now. And it's not just tourists, students, business owners, even medical patients are getting caught in the crossfire. In 2023 alone, Jamaicans abroad sent back over $3 billion to their families. But now, with these rules, that lifeline is at risk. And guess who else suffers? U.S. businesses, airlines, resorts, local vendors, they profit massively from Jamaica. If Jamaicans can't visit, why should they keep welcoming American tourists with open arms? This could spark a tourism war. Here's the irony, Jamaica has been one of America's strongest allies in fighting crime. They've extradited drug lords, cyber criminals, and gang leaders. And now, the U.S. treats them like threats. That's not just unfair, it's a slap in the face. Number 3. The Bahamas, paradise under pressure. Let's talk about the Bahamas, a favorite vacation spot for millions of Americans. But now, the U.S. has slapped it with a Level 2 travel advisory warning tourists about crime. And Bahamians trying to visit the U.S. They're now facing tougher checks. How ironic is that? Americans can party there for spring break, but Bahamians are treated as risky travelers? The real issue? The Bahamas has become a transit point for migrants attempting to reach the U.S. by boat. But instead of addressing the root cause, the U.S. punishes ordinary Bahamians again. Number 4. Dominican Republic doors slam shut. The Dominican Republic, a country known for its culture, beaches, and strong U.S. ties, now facing stricter visa policies. The Trump administration claims the move targets fraud and birthright scams, but critics call it what it really is, another way to keep Latino immigrants out. Officials cite cases of Dominicans allegedly lying on applications or giving birth in the U.S., so-called anchor babies. But let's be clear, birth tourism is a global issue, not just a Dominican one. Yet an entire nation is punished. Here's the hypocrisy. Over 3 million Americans visit the Dominican Republic every year, pumping billions into its economy. But when Dominicans want to see family in the U.S., they're treated like criminals. Meet Maria. She's been waiting months for a visa to visit her sister in New York. Her crime? Being born in the Dominican Republic. Where's the fairness? Dominican business owners trading with the U.S. are stuck in visa limbo. These policies don't stop fraud. They choke opportunity. And again, this follows a pattern from Mexico to Central America, and now the Dominican Republic. Trump's policies seem designed to limit Latino immigration. Coincidence? Or a calculated strategy? Number 5. Cuba, cold relations return. Trump rolled back Obama-era travel easements, making it harder for Americans to visit and for Cubans to get U.S. visas. The reason? To prevent funds from reaching the Cuban government. But let's ask, who's really suffering? Not the government. It's the people. Families are torn apart. Small businesses lose American customers. Cultural exchanges get canceled. Is this about politics or just another hardline flex? Number 6. Shock in Kingston. Trump's move stuns the Caribbean. Kingston, Jamaica is reeling. San Juan is confused. And in Port of Spain, people are lining up at embassies, not for visas, but for answers. Donald Trump has just unleashed a policy bombshell. New U.S. travel restrictions targeting the Caribbean. Is this security or sabotage? Why these countries? Why now? And how will it affect the millions who depend on that vital U.S. connection? Today, we reveal the full picture, and it's more than just politics. It's families, economies. Number 7. Panic in Bridgetown. The U.S. just shut the door. Bridgetown, Barbados woke up to chaos. Nassau's airport is already seeing cancellations. And in Castries, St. Lucia, officials are scrambling for answers. Donald Trump's newest travel policy is here, and it's not friendly. Multiple Caribbean countries are suddenly on the restricted list. It's sending shockwaves through the islands and sparking a firestorm of anger. Is this about border control, or is the Caribbean being unfairly punished? Get ready. We're uncovering the truth behind this explosive decision. Let's be real. Supporters argue that these restrictions protect national security, curb fraud, and enforce visa compliance. They claim the Caribbean has been exploited by traffickers and scammers. But here's the truth. Every country, including the U.S., faces fraud. So why target these countries? Why target Black and Latino nations? Is it security or systemic discrimination? Meet Miss Ivy, a grandmother in Kingston, waiting to hug her grandkids in Brooklyn. She doesn't care about politics. She just wants to see her family again. No government should have the power to tear families apart without a damn good reason. If you're Jamaican, Haitian, Dominican, Cuban, or Bahamian, or if you simply believe in fair immigration policies, speak up. Now, comment below, are these policies justified or are they racist? Tag someone this impacts. Share this video to expose the truth. Demand answers. And subscribe because this fight is far from over.